no surprise during Season 8 here. Again, you do have that one player swap, but it doesn't mean much because you are currently meters, feet, yards, inches, miles, whatever measurement you want to use. They're well ahead of everyone else here. That being said, ezmd, don't focus on that too much. It's going to be one game at a time for him. You hear that a lot, but it's going to be one game at a time.
One game at a time. In the first one, we start out on Crab Lake Capital. That could help the leader a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, the leader does come out. We see Zap. We see a Stamper as well. And on the other side, I ain't surprised by anything I'm seeing over there.
Nope, that is bread and butter for this team. But we're looking at ezmd, like you said, that E-leader is going to be interesting. I want to see, and we've seen a lot more from E-leader. I mean, we've seen it from Splat World Series. We've seen it from all these top level tournaments. We're seeing it a lot more, and I love that. I love that the E-leader is making the comeback here, but you're going up against a three-down situation here. Not much that leader is going to do other than sit back and see if they can sneak by a pick.
Oh yeah, this is a standardized test, and the only pencil on the board is from Milky Way, so that's going to be the passing grade there. As Milky Way does take this early control, we do have strikes ready for Bran, but Bran is picked, and actually a slight numbers advantage for ezmd as Silver's going to be popping out with that Zipcaster to try and distract Q, is going to get picked otherwise, and now a nice control here of the zone for ezmd.
There you go. I mean, if it's going to start anywhere, it's going to start here, and you do have some points on the board. That being said, you also have Jared kind of looking down the side there. Nearly got the sneak up on the S-Blast before one of his teammates beat him to it. That being said, there's still a few more players going down. Silver here trying to go for it. That's a 2v1 there. Scary situation for that Stamper. Voie Lactee going back into control here. Still holding on to his own. Notice that both of these teams still playing fairly patiently here. Of course, nothing to force if you're on either side. In fact, that S-Blast just kind of stood around for a second there. Almost worked, but ezmd trying to take control of his own yet again, and they do.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, they're actually managing to isolate these members of Milky Way pretty effectively here as these picks keep coming. This Blaster Seb is doing work here up over this ledge. And oh my gosh, another member of Milky Way goes down off screen as now we've got specials ready from Silver. The Blaster's trying to climb up this side here, is looking for more picks. This Crab is pushed back by the Blaster, who does go down. This could be a lead flip. And with Q going down, this game is looking way more even than I think we anticipated.
There we go. That's the lead swap we're looking for. And your point, yeah, this looks a lot more like both of these teams are duking it out already. I mean, we might just see a rerun of this in the bracket stage, or at least something similar, because both of these teams are playing like they've known each other for a while, playing like they've been able to match up toe-to-toe, which they certainly match up toe-to-toe with one another, which they certainly are. I mean, you see Jared here on the Crab. It looked like they were going to lock out for a second there, but not even close. We have ezmd trying to sneak up. Then we still have players from Voie Lactee still trying to get some sneak by a few more picks here. That's Q. I didn't even notice trying to sneak by that one pick, but they did. We do have a zone swap here, but how long it's going to last is going to be a different question.
Exactly. I mean, duking it out with a team like Milky Way is one thing, but sustaining that and winning a game is a whole nother thing. As you see, a wipeout is going to clear the way for potential knockout setups here from the Blasters, going to be causing havoc in the backfield here, right up by their spawn. But one member of Milky Way will go down. The Blaster kind of having to maneuver around, potentially will need to leave that spot there, and does. But we do see a nice Crab from Jared, who's had solid Crab positioning all day. Blaster will go down for an ezmd, which will open the door here, as it's just the leader. And it looks like, Nito, that could be it.
Oh, absolutely. I liked what ezmd was doing. They're trying to take it one fight at a time, and that was a whole team fight. I saw 3 people on one player, but ultimately they still did rush it, especially at the end there. You did see a bit more urgency than you would have wanted, almost to the point where you could call it a panic move, but ultimately Voie Lactee able to take game 1 there. Maybe not a surprise, but I'd say they're definitely under toes just a little bit here. ezmd was able to catch them on a few times, but it's still going to be a win for the top seed.
Yeah, it was nice to see. And at this point, you're kind of wondering, okay, are you going to see Voie Lactee kind of lock in and figure out, okay, this is how we need to beat this team? We kind of have played them once, and now we're going to, go forward and make it a 3-0. Or is ezmd going to be kind of uplifted by how they play it and say, all right, well, let's give them a fight if they want to fight. And as we go into Mako, going to continue to cause them trouble. Leader on Mako, though, Nito. Do you think they keep it? Do you think they swap? What's your thoughts on that weapon and that map?
I think you absolutely do. Now, now you probably will keep Leader. That being said, you absolutely need to watch out for Gray if you're going to have any like slow moving anchor. If you have anything, you need to watch out for Gray. Blasters work so excellently here, and especially since Voie Lactee has a zip caster with him. Or it's not Voie Lactee. ezmd has a zip caster with him, so that's something that Voie Lactee is going to have to watch out for. And notice them try to make it work with Crab Leg. It's going to work out better in Mako, I believe. But again, need to watch out for that blaster from Gray.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. But the Crab will still be powerful here, too, for Jared. So I'm interested to see how these special usages from these teams continue to develop. Nice pick by Gray there. He's going to rotate around to this right-hand side. The Crab kind of helping to chip. Oh, my gosh! And both Jared and Gray lived through that. That was an insane value flip, Nina.
I mean, talk about chip damage. You had the Crab and the S-Blast working together. Perfect harmony yet again there. You see Brent on the other side on this slosher, but that doesn't matter too much unless we keep an eye on these two. But either way, ezmd able to clear that one blaster from Gray. You do get some more openings here, and you covered the flank from Brand as well. What can we do with this zip caster? I do want to see more from it here, especially with Mako Mart. This map I think is going to be helping out a little bit more, but there's nothing there. Kind of just looking for something was that Zipcaster. Nothing to find, though.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because the rest of the team wasn't really in a position to kind of push up with it, so it's very easy to kind of single silver out during that special as Jared is forced off of the stack but still gets a pick. Is now working against Seb here along the right-hand side, and it looks like our guess of, hey, Voie Lactee is going to lock in, it's coming true because despite going down, they are going to run away with game number 2 and are now 1 game away from starting this tournament 2-0.
I mean, SofaKing, you're kind of right. I should have talked about the Crab a little more because I feel like that Crab was on our screens for a good majority of that match there. I mean, not enough can be said for the amount of value Jared was able to get out of that Crab, helping out Gray with that double at the beginning of the match, especially near the end there with how well positioned that Crab was to shut down anything that ezmd was going to get, not just from a counterplay, but right out of the gate, right out of spawn. That was perfect work from Jared and his Crab. So no surprises there. We're going to move on to game 3. Voie Lactee looking at match points.
Yes, they are, but I'm seeing something very interesting, Nito, and it's the fact that this map is happening on Marlin Airport. Now, this is a funky one. If this wasn't zones only, I would say that this probably would not be in the map pool, because this is just, it's a map. It's interesting. Do you think that ezmd has a chance to kind of take a game here because this is more of a wild card?
Oh, man. I will admit right now that most of my experience on Marlin Airport comes from SofaKing. That being said, if you're playing with what ezmd has, you're probably looking at the blaster, still trying to make that blaster zipcaster combo work again. So I'm expecting to see more of it here. Yeah, there it is. I mean, no major changes as with the rest of the set. So of course you bring it out, but I wonder how you make it work on Marlin Airport. You're definitely going to be targeting the cooler because duh, but now you have to think, you have to consider the Crab. I mean, the Crab is doing too much to your team, too much against your team here. You have to be considering how those two can work against that Crab.
One pick down immediately for ezmd as Seb is trying to get into safe space, but is going to get picked by Gray. A nice jump out there, but look at this. Voie Lactee already swarming up front, gets the pick on the end zap. Jared ever present. I mean, this Crab positioning from Jared is top notch today. Is trying to get a pick on Silver, instead gets picked by Devin here, who's, oh my gosh, I mean, being forced around to this side. This is so bloody. Voie Lactee is doing an insane job just dominating space.
Oh my goodness, it seems like everywhere they go, it's a no-fly zone for the rest of ezmd. If you want a masterclass on map control, well, there it is. I mean, it looks like they know how to hold hold down map control well. They know how to hold that presence well. They know how to make it so that ezmd says, all right, if you come here, I am going to punish you for it. I don't need a 2v1. I just need to be here, and there's a 90% chance you might lose. Now, here comes Silver with this Zipcaster. Is it too little, too late? Perhaps so. Perhaps not, actually. You get the 2 players going down, so you did at least get the zone swap, have some breathing room there. That you might want to see some more of from if you're hoping to see ezmd win here, is you want to see more misdirection from that Zipcaster, because that's what you got there. And you want to see Q fall down as well, because now you have a 3-down situation if you're an ezmd fan.
Oh yeah, you can see the gears turning in Q's head, and it was just like, well, try to jump. Nope, didn't work. That was a pretty funny moment there. Silver's trying to make up for the teammate that just got picked in front of them, but no, they'll both go down as Gray. That'll allow Gray to kind of move forward and work this ledge, despite the fan being up. The Blaster don't care about that, as everybody's juiced up from Voie Lactee. Jared will go down off screen, so slight numbers since his advantage. Let's see if ezmd can capitalize, getting Gray as well. Look at this fight at the bottom. Brand is going to pick the end zap, and another one going down up front. And oh my gosh, Voie Lactee went 2 down, but then just said, nah, we ain't giving up any space.
Ah, that was scary too. And notice that double from Gray, by the way, but that was a scary fight too. Brand nearly joined Q in the going down club there, but I like how confident these people are in taking their fights. Voie Lactee knows that all you need to do is just have someone come into your little bubble here, and we're gonna win that fight. And it looks like you don't even need that weapon alone. You have the crap from Jared yet again. No response here for ezmd. I don't think you're gonna be able to pull a hat or rabbit out of the hat. And again, Voie Lactee able to win this one and close the 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a testament to how good the players on Voie Lactee are, not how ezmd played. It's going to be tough for anybody to beat this squad. I felt that game 1 was a really solid performance from them, keeping it even until maybe about the last minute and a half. But the rest of this set, Voie Lactee was able to figure out to just outpace that E-leader, to just have Gray, get more area control over Seb so that Gray was a more effective blaster. These are things that Voie Lactee knows how to adjust to mid-set, and that's really what sets these top of the top, cream of the crop teams apart.